Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and this message is about the divine feminine awakening and empowerment, and actually could be quite a nice message for any divine masculines who are watching my channel. I know there's several of you, not everyone comments, but I know there's a ton of you who might find this very empowering, encouraging, amazing message. So I'd like to kind of give a little bit of an intro to this channel's information. So today was a work day for me. I went to work, and because everything got reshuffled, I actually have a completely different setup. And so I am sat next to a friend in work. She became a friend over the past year. And as we got talking, it just became more and more apparent that she was very much drawn to the spiritual. And as an atheist, she even admitted, she's like, the more I talk to you, the more sense that spirituality makes, and the more that I'm becoming curious about that. And I thought, okay, that's positive. That's promising. I mean, not that I want to deliberately influence anyone, but it's just so empowering to get this evidence that even people who just don't believe at all in anything spiritual, let alone anything religious, but I'm not religious anyway, so it doesn't matter, but anything spiritual, they're starting to wake up and something's stirring up within them. They're like, I want to explore this. So anyway, today she came to me and said, I have found the most amazing podcast. And I said, oh, what's that then? She goes, it's about all these goddesses and finding your goddess power and wanting to work with a goddess. And it really speaks to me. It's something that I really, really want to do. And of course, this really sparked something, the conversation was flowing. It was awesome. It was amazing. And basically, I have this book about goddesses, and I said I would lend it to her, and her face lit up like, yeah, that sounds really fun, and I really want to explore this part of me. And what actually came to the surface was her acknowledging that the reason why she's never embraced her divine femininity is because of her mother and the influences of other feminines in her life. And now that she's kind of getting more into her own, finding herself, she's saying that she really would like to discover and find out more about the divine feminine and feel that balance, because all her life she's been surrounded by mainly, very male people, her dad, her brothers, and not really embracing the divine feminine within her because her mother, that relationship was very strained, and even the relationship with her sister was a bit shaky and not ideal. Anyone that was a feminine was not a good example for her. But listening to this podcast has awoken something within her that made her really, really question that there's something missing, there's something that she wants to tap into that she just hasn't before. And it stirred something within her to hear about all these different goddesses and actually finding out which goddess she'd like to work with to embrace and awaken a certain part of her. And I even offered to lend her my goddess oracle cards, because I said, it may be a bit difficult for you to initially find out who you want to work with, what you want to activate and work on. But if you look through these cards, you may feel drawn to a particular one and want to work with somebody. And she's just really into it. So I'm going to help her out and and just lend some of these to her, because I just love people who are awoken and just I'm so excited I can't even get my words out properly. People who wake up, like my brother, he is so immersed in the spirituality. He loves everything, and he's now getting into angel therapy and working with the angels and angel cards and things. And now my friend who's just so trying to really envelop and embrace that beautiful femininity, you know? And I know for a lot of my divine masculine clients and subscribers who maybe not be commenting but just watching from afar, I'm sure that this is a message that you've been waiting for. Because your divine feminine may be shied away and not really embracing her soul path on this journey. But I want you to feel empowered and encouraged through these messages. Because my friend, as she admittedly was an atheist, is now really starting to get into this whole spiritual journey. And it started very carefully, very, very baby steps with yoga classes and meditation and just finding out more about this kind of concept and all these gods and goddesses and what does this all mean. And now that she's just being so intrigued, I know it is to do with the global awakening that is happening, you know. People are waking up to our true power, to our true self, to know that we are pieces of the divine. We are projections of the divine, and we can create the life that we desire. And it's just so encouraging to find people who've been shying away from this beautiful energy of balance of divine masculine and feminine within them, to just find that beautiful balance of both. And I'll even say that divine masculines that I know as clients or people in my life are embracing their femininity too, their beautiful feminine side. My brother is becoming so sweet and sensitive. I know this is something he's always had, but it just kind of lay dormant. But now he's so considerate when he messages me and he sends me love, like real, true, I can feel it, heart chakra activated love. Not just love hearts as we're talking, which is so sweet of him to display. Look, I really care for you. I love you. I want you to go to sleep, have sweet dreams, and here's some love hearts. No, not just that. But when I speak to him, I can feel whenever I've done a healing for him or, helped him out and given him some coaching on his spiritual path, he really sends me love. I can feel it. And it's so beautiful. And one of the masculines that I've been working with for a while, things have been going a bit difficult for them, but even they tapped into their beautiful balanced feminine energy too, and they wrote me a lovely little poem that I thought was so sweet. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. And also another client of mine just left me such a beautiful review as well. I mean, these are just little examples, but it really makes me smile that the masculine is becoming so articulate and so embracing of that beautiful, creative, feminine, kind, very romantic and soft energy. It's so beautiful and so encouraging. And I hope that this message, is helping both feminines and masculines in some way. I hope that one of the things I've been talking about resonates for you too. And yeah, I am just so honored and so happy and just feel so just happy. I can't describe it any other way, that I get to experience these things firsthand, because I do many, many readings and people come to me and ask me, are things actually changing and shifting? Yes, they are. And I'm telling you now, they are shifting because I'm witnessing them firsthand. And yes, you may not always see it, but take my word for it, things are shifting. The event, I know I didn't like using that word before, but people have named it that. What else can I call it? It's here, guys. It's here. The activation, the global awakening, it is here and it's here to stay. So strap in, get ready for the ride. People are just waking up all over the planet and it is fantastic. So I would like to thank you all for watching and for taking the time out of your day to listen to me. and for subscribing and for also booking with me. I'm so happy that I'm just expanding this business and getting to talk to and help so many more people. You guys, I love it so, so very much. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.